Alright, so welcome everyone to Green White Checkered TV. Tonight's the opener of Season 5 for the Area 51 Racing League Cup Series tonight here at Atlanta for 100 laps scheduled. So say right now we've got just about a minute left in qualifying, so we're going to get things, we'll let them make their qualifying laps and we'll get things going after that. I believe we're going to have some heat race to basically what's going to happen tonight is top 23 are going to qualify their way into the field. And then from 24th on back, we're going to have to do a heat race to be in that top 43 positions to make the race. We'll see what the field count's looking like. It looks like we're pretty close to that number. So we'll step away again for just a moment while they make their qualifying laps. And then once that's all squared away, we'll get things going here very shortly. So thanks again for joining us with Green White Checker TV and Area 51 Racing League. All right, so good evening, everybody. We're here. This is going to be our heat race, or LCQ, if you will, to get in from 24th to 43rd. I believe there's only 41 cars in the race right now, so everybody should get in. However, there were some concerns about field size, so the admins decided to make this change just to cover bases to make sure that didn't wind up being an issue, which it doesn't look like it's going to tonight. So I will say we'll have a little bit of bonus coverage with this 10-lap heat race. So saying I'm joined in the booth tonight by my good friend Don Runkle Jr. Always a pleasure having you here with me. So we got a little bit of extra racing action to be a part of here tonight.
Yeah, 10-lap heat race here. No cautions, I believe, correct?
Yep, no cautions, correct.
So this should go by pretty quick. Get these guys a little chance to get some extra practice ahead of this race and get a little quick 10-lap stint in to see what their cars can do tonight.
And it is kind of handy sometimes to be able to do these LCQs. Unfortunately, we're very familiar with it with our league race that we do on Mondays. But I say there have been times where I've actually felt like I kind of benefited from it for the race itself, if and when I actually make the races. So I feel like
it gives you a little.
It
gives you a little quick preview of what the car might do on the opening laps on cold tires. It doesn't take basically maybe 3 to 4 laps to get some heat in the tires to be able to kind of get an idea of what the car is going to feel like. So sometimes these little heat races are, it's a little practice stint for you. So they can be beneficiary to some of these drivers.
Yeah, almost like a little practice race. Get a restart in there and get everything kind of, feel everything out. And
no harm, no foul. I mean, there's no cautions in this race. If you wreck out of this, it's just going to affect basically where you start in the next race. Looks like everybody's going to be locked in. Like you said, we're just 2 cars shy of a full field tonight.
Yeah, it's a really good car count here for the beginning of Season 5. They've had some pretty good car counts. Last night, they had to compete with the All-Star race at Bristol, so that didn't go probably what they would have thought. I have a feeling we'll see a lot more drivers in there next week, though. So that being said, the pace car's off. Going to see Douglas Johnson here leading the way on this restart, and we are underway here at Atlanta.
They get a good restart here on this front stretch. You're going to see these guys kind of fan out just a little bit. Like we said, no cautions in this race. So these guys are aware of that. Pretty much nothing to lose, nothing to gain here. Just kind of feel each other out and see how this one goes here.
Oh, I see a couple getting loose right off the start there. I see the 90 there got loose and down on the inside. Looks like he's going to recover and keep moving. So I couldn't quite catch what the other car was. Maybe it was the 86, I want to say. It was definitely a reddish car. Or maybe the 121. But let's say we're still going, though. Say the pole sitter's actually dropped a few spots. He's fallen back to the 4th position. So now up front, though, is that 09 of Corey Cook with Dale Willoughby right behind, and then Gabe Butler in 3rd.
And you can see right now they're just kind of nose to tail, the top, basically everybody right now. Not too much side-by-side action right now. These guys are just kind of settling in. We only got 10 laps, so they're basically just fighting for where they're going to start. I believe you said, what, 23rd on back?
Yeah, I think 24th on back. I think the top 23 lock in, and then you have 20 that can race their way into the race, if my math is right, which I would never feel confident about that.
I definitely hear you there. Same here. But yeah, you see these guys. I mean, Atlanta, it's not necessarily a one groove track, but early on when you got fresh tires, it's kind of one of those kind of tracks where you just want to settle in and kind of get a hold of this place and let your car figure out what it's going to do, basically how you're going to be able to run this track. But like you said, this is just a short stint here. We're not going to get any kind of long run or anything. See a good little battle for 2nd and 3rd place going on right there. Look like 3rd place was trying to dive underneath 2nd, but they decided to stay in line there.
Yeah, saying I wouldn't be surprised to see that one car up front. He's been pretty quick in these Cup cars. I say he's obviously one of the ones to watch in the Sunday Super Speedway Series, but he also knows his way around these regular ovals as well. So wouldn't be surprised to see Gabe up there as well. And it seems like Douglas has recovered pretty well after that initial start, kind of dropping a little further back in 4th, but he's kind of settled in here, and maybe he's just trying to save those tires in the first lap or so, and then be able to really push here in the second half of this heat.
And you can see we got a battle here for the lead. Look like side-by-side action coming out of 4, trying to make the pass down low. Going to see if he's got enough momentum to be able to complete that pass. The high side Definitely carrying a lot more momentum coming off turn 4, though.
Yes, and you can see that one car trying to decide where to go there, but Dale Willoughby's going to keep it on the bottom. If he gets a good exit, might be able to clear that 09. Doesn't look like he's going to quite get there, though. And then, yeah, so now that top side still with Corey Cook on the top side doing pretty well here, holding his own as well.
Yeah, he's still side by side, man. These guys are battling right here. You can see that high side definitely gets the momentum, though. The problem is when you're on the low side, you're trying not to push into that guy. And sometimes it kind of just bounds the car up a little bit. And you can see these guys are really slicing and dicing here on the front stretch.
Yeah, so again, talk about this being kind of a nice practice session. And also, like you said, since nobody... Oh, as I said, contact there at the 88.
The 11 and, yeah.
Yeah, 11 and the 88. 88 makes pretty good contact to the inside wall. So he's going to be pretty much stuck where he is. So jump back up to the other car involved. Looks like the 24, Jeff Clark's got some damage. Nothing too crazy. So paint scheme's shown as the 9 for me, but yeah, so definitely not what that 88's going to have wanted to see there. But again, though, no yellows, so we got 3 to go here. Right now, that 09 still leading the way. 7 and Dale Willoughby trying to chase him down. Got a little tight there off 2. That's going to open the door for that number 1, though. Gabe Butler trying to take that second position.
Like both of them are going to be able to make that pass there. You're going to see a pass.
Oh, yeah, Douglas Johnson as well, yeah.
Third. Yeah, he's going to be able to taking advantage of that door opening up there. Hasn't quite completed the pass yet. He's still side by side there for 3rd place.
Yeah, so we got 2 to go here. So we'll see that now with that 1 having that bit of a track position, if he's going to be able to maybe send it here, run a couple qualifying laps, if you will. See if he can get back to that bumper of Corey Cook. But right now, these top 4 are pretty much all together. The 5th and 6th are kind of in their own little battle there with Mike Morrison and Alex Little. And then Jude Conrad in 7th on back. I'll say those guys are also same thing, a little bit of a further gap behind there. But right now that 09 is looking pretty strong here.
Looking very strong. That number 1 car, Gabe Butler, tried to make one last run there in that last corner. It seemed like his car pushed up just a little bit, and those guys behind him were able to kind of close the gap. So you have a good little 3-way battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But out front, we got Corey Cook in that 09 leading the way. Got a pretty dominating lead going on right now, and I think this is going to be his last lap, right?
Yeah, this is the last lap here, so I think it's going to, yeah, Corey Cook's going to win this this heat race here. Looks like Gabe Butler in 2nd, Douglas Johnson 3rd. So yeah, ticker. So yeah, so say we'll wait for the rest of the field to get going here, and then I believe after this there'll be just I think it's like maybe a 5-minute warm-up or so. And so what I'll do with that is we'll take advantage of that one, go through our official starting grid once this completes, because I'll say we know there's a short grid once after those heat races. You only have that 1-minute warm-up or grid time. So yeah, so with that being said, that is going to be our starting grid here. Looks like we're gonna have 41 drivers in the field. If you have it handy, I'm not sure.
I'm sorry?
I'll say, do you want to take the top 10 starting grid here?
Oh, yeah, no problem. Sorry about that. Yeah, looks like our top 10 is going to be Ryan Kelly, our pole sitter, followed by Charles Johnson, 2nd place. Our 3rd place driver is going to be Levi Cox. Next to him is going to be Chad Wilkes. In 5th place is going to be Evan
Pienta, is my guess?
Yeah, Pienta. Number 6 is going to be Larry Yingling. I always mess his name up.
I feel you.
7th place, we're going to have David Leclerc. Next to him is going to be Corey Lane. And our final row for the top 10 is going to be Eric Schlaust and Cody Cox. It's going to round out to our top 10. Like you said, got 100 laps here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And we're going to have 2 fast repairs. And I do believe we have, 3 green-white checkers in case we need them.
Yep, 3 attempts at green-white checkers should they be needed. So we'll scroll through the remainder of our starting grid here. As you can see, the drivers are already taking the field here, or rolling off the grid, I should say, here. So I'll see some of these drivers here. These are the drivers that were able to lock themselves in here. So I believe, you'll see Corey Cook here. Actually showing, for whatever reason, Douglas Johnson, but yeah. Oh, I think what it does actually. Okay, so the starting grid doesn't actually understand with the heat races. So that's something that I've learned here. So this grid here actually from 24th on back is not actually 100% to where they actually are starting. So yeah, so something interesting to learn there for future events here.
They're not updating until they cross the start finish line or something.
Oh, just the way the grid works. So it was basing off of qualifying itself, not off of after the LCQ as well, or the heat race. So kind of changes things up a little bit. So that being said, though, we're about to get going here. Ryan Kelly, Charles Johnson going to lead the way here. Wait for that green flag to fly. And we are underway again, scheduled 100 laps tonight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It looks like Charles gets a really good start there on that top side, but again, Ryan Kelly's going to have that short way around here as they go through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely, and he's got the momentum. You see, oh, and you can see somebody changed lanes back there in that monster car rather quickly. That was a little sudden there, but you can see our leader moves up to the high line a little bit, kind of leaves that low line open, and you can see a lot of drivers are going to take advantage of that right there. Already 2 of them getting by him.
Yeah, that's Levi Cox on the 56. He's going to take advantage right off the bat. Charles Johnson going to follow through as well. So after getting the pole up, as I said, caution is out. So we'll try to see where this happened.
Back in the tri-oval.
Oh yeah, I see some cars had to go through the pits. It looks like to get around that one. So I thought I saw the 26 car. Yeah, let's say Paul Patterson was involved. So let's go ahead and jump back. I'll try to take a look here real quick, see what all unfolded on this one.
Oh yeah, 26 was definitely involved from what I'm seeing. I'm trying to get a better view of this.
Looks like it may have started with the 68 of Mark Brown. So we're going to take a look here. Actually, it looks like it started in 3 and 4 and continued all the way through turns 1 and 2. Or sorry, started in turn 3, went all the way into turn 4. So Mark Brown 68 gets loose on the entry of 3, gets down onto the apron. And so you know how that is when you kind of you kind of get stuck between the apron and then the banking. Your car just kind of keeps bouncing back and forth between the two of them.
Well, and you get that transition right there too, and plus cold tires, it's not going to help the situation.
Yeah, it's a bad combo. So yeah, so Mark's trying to hang on to it, then unfortunately out of turn 4, it starts to really snap loose on him here. And so he tries to correct it, and saying that's where it just hooks right back to the right. I was saying, unfortunately, a lot of cars involved. See a couple just barely sneak through here, but then it's a little further back though. Saying some of them are not as lucky. See, gets the 071 there. Eric Laurie, he takes a hard hit there. Looks like he comes across the nose of that 2 car, I believe. Oh, and then drilled there. I'm trying to see the car numbers as they come by here. Let's see, that is the 81 car. So I'm trying to check the name on that one. Oh, Todd Merkel. So yeah, so that's kind of where this one unfortunately unfolded on this initial wreck. You see a few drivers unfortunately getting involved there a little further back. See, a lot of drivers went through the pits to try to avoid it as well. So yeah, pretty heavy contact early on. Say, like we talked about, cold tires. It's just a tricky combo, unfortunately, for some of this stuff here. So with that though, we're under yellow here, so we'll let everything cycle through. We had a few drivers take pits, so I'm sure we'll see a few fast repairs, unfortunately. And then yeah, we'll get things going again here on the 1 to go. All right, so we're on the 1 to go. So I had that unfortunate spin there at the early on the start here of this race. So looks like about the top 17 here stayed out. 18th on back went ahead and pitted there. Some took tires, some took fuel. So say a little bit of mixed strategy on that one. But pretty much up front though, top 10 or so, pretty much all in the same position here. So say Levi Cox and Charles Johnson now going to be the front row for this restart, coming to lap number 8.
Lights are off on the pace car. We will see the pace car will take that turn onto Pace Road here shortly. And as Guile said, Levi Cox will lead this field off into turn 1. We are on lap 7, going to be coming to lap 8 when these guys go back green. And we'll see if we can get them sorted out here. Pace car has peeled off. They're coming out of that restart zone. Levi Cox is accelerating, going up through those gears, leading this field off. Gets a pretty good jump there on the start. Looks like he's going to be able to pull that car up right in the middle of the track, actually. Yeah, I thought he was going to go up high. But he's going to stay down low and lead that field on to turn 2 going down the backstretch.
Yeah, so he was trying to get that arc in the turn. That way he didn't have to enter low and kind of keep it bound up there. But say some of these cars you see up front, I would suspect you'll see a lot of these guys up front all race long. Say that 56, 17, we've seen them up front a lot. 13 as well, of course. Larry Yingling not too far behind. He'll be part of it too. But they have a new face they're going to be battling with. I see that 61 though. So yeah, I saw that as well with Charles there. A bit of a moment. Looks like he's able to gather it back up. But I'm sure that definitely caught his attention there. But yeah, that 61 of Evan Pienta, sorry. Let's say he's now up into the 5th position, I believe, and it looks like he's going to be one to challenge with these front runners here tonight as well. But right now, really busy up front here. Looks like Levi Cox is able to sneak away just a little bit here, which is honestly probably a pretty good thing for him because it's pretty busy right back there behind him.
Yeah, definitely. You can see that 17 looking down low, trying to get by that 13 car that's currently fighting him for second place. Get the 61 of Evan is pushing that 13 car on the high side, giving that a little extra maybe boost to be able to carry some of that momentum. But you can see can't quite get clear. 17's having a little bit of issues keeping it down low there. You see him moving around a little bit, fighting that car. Able to have 2 of those cars get by him on the highest side, the 13 and the 61 as they go into turn 1.
Yeah, so I think that top side just isn't working, or sorry, the bottom side isn't working that well right now with the cold tires. Hasn't got the heat built up in them yet. But as I said, though, here comes that 13, Ryan Kelly. He's going to jump to, nope, he stays back in line there. Looked like he was going to make a run for the lead there. However, that 61 is trying to get there. Charles Johnson sends it into turn 3 as well. But yeah, so these guys are pretty aggressive here early on.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of side-by-side action going on behind these leaders. As you can see, Ryan Kelly looking for a good line, looking for a good arc to be able to get up there and get some momentum up to Levi, but he's not able to close that gap. If anything, he kind of fell back a little bit. Those guys behind him are all 2x2. Man, they were really fighting back there, man. These guys are really dicing it up. And one thing about Atlanta, man, you got to be real careful about putting those tires right there on that white line. You touch that apron just a little bit, it can wash that car up, especially if you got somebody on the outside of you, cause a real problem real quick.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It seems like the bottom line is starting to come in a little bit. You see that 56 run really, really high there in 1 and 2. That's going to open the door for that 17 now. Chad Wilkes, he's going to get right to the back bumper, move Chad up now into 2nd. I was saying again to say he's really closed that gap now on that 56 of Levi Cox here entering turn number 3.
Yeah, he had a heck of a run coming right there and was able to take advantage of that and close up the gap a little bit. You can see the 13, though. He's gaining right up on that 17. That's the thing here. Atlanta Motor Speedway, the draft doesn't take too much into play here, but the thing is, you got to really arc your corners and almost run that line perfect to be able to get the optimal speed out of your car here. And when you got somebody behind you and you're looking in that mirror and you're not worried, you wonder if he's going to get up underneath you like 13 is looking right now on the 17. You can't always get that optimal line. So you want that clean air up front like Levi Cox has got right now. And he's definitely taking advantage of it. He's got about a 10 car length advantage over these 2nd and 3rd place cars.
Yeah, you're right. They caught up to him, and then he just kind of set sail again as he stretched out several car lengths here. So now, again, looks like another battle again with that 17 and the 13 here. And that 61 just trying to figure out where he needs to go. See a little bit of smoke there as they were going through. Not sure, maybe someone had an incident here a little earlier. Looks like it's been all cleared out though. Oh, looked like close quarters there between that 13 and 61 through turns 3 and 4. Looks like they're able to get away with it this time around. I say, but here comes Larry here, trying to sneak his way into this fight as well.
Well, the thing is, our leader wants to see these guys battle side by side more and more because it actually helps him get a little bit distance. And you can see as soon as these guys stop battling so hard side by side, Chad Wilkes is actually able to gain a lot of ground there on our leader because these guys are all single file again. They're able to kind of be a little bit faster when they don't have to worry about battling side by side. So they're looking like they're going to catch right up on our leader again here in just maybe another lap or so.
Yeah, so the one I'm watching is that 61 car. He seems to have a lot of pace there. It's just he hasn't been able to get to kind of lead that second group, if you will, which is, like you mentioned, they're right back onto the back bumper of that 56 car. But I feel like Evan might have a little bit more pace than these guys in front of him. Not sure if maybe he's abusing his tires a little bit more, possibly or not. But you see, especially entering turn 1, he gets right to the back bumper of that 17 car, almost like he has to get on the brakes not to run him over even.
Yeah, I don't think he gets such a good run. He has to woe that car up. And right there, you actually see the 17 look like he woed his car up a little bit. He got into that corner just a little too hot.
Yeah, so these guys are definitely getting after it here. So it looks like Larry Yingling trying to sneak around Ryan Kelly as well. That'd be for the 4th position. Looks like he'll get it done here. But it looks like Adam Brady in that 75, he's going to try to follow suit as well. Doesn't get the turn he needed, though, to make it happen. So he's going to still settle in with 6th position. However, he's going to have his mirrors full here with Charles Johnson on that inside here entering turn 1.
It looks like Chad Wilkes in the 17 gets a great run on the straightaways, getting to the back bumper of our leader, Levi, but I just don't think he's able to put his car in exactly the position. He's trying to now to be able to get down low, and he's looking down low right now, and they're side by side in 3 and 4. 17's trying to get a lead change here, trying to maybe, I don't think he's going to be able to get it this lap, but he's definitely working on it.
Yeah, so it looks like just by about a nose that 56 is going to hang on there at the line. So it looks like Larry's able to sneak around that 61, move Larry up into that 3rd position as well. However, a really good 1 and 2 there for that 17. That's going to put him now to the lead. Saw a little bit of a wall scrape possibly for that 56 as well. Oh, is there trouble behind Charles Johnson? I believe that's the 72.
Oh, hard into the wall. Car flips up in the air.
And they come back on track and nowhere for those guys to go. So I saw the 50 was involved in there as well. 72 of Eric Schaus. I think that's where it started, was the 2 of those drivers. 72 and the 28 made contact. Then it's like I've been talking about the bad luck for David Leclerc. I feel like more often than I really want to, and it bit him again, unfortunately. So let's go back and see what happened between that 72 and the 28 to bring out this yellow here.
It looked like the 28 might have made just a little bit of contact with the outside wall, slowed him up just enough for that 72 to get up underneath him and get around him or turn him.
There,
it was a mess.
So we'll take a look here. You see the 28 kind of comes down a little bit, but then actually it looks like the 72 then comes up. They kind of meet in the middle. I don't know if maybe that's just this track kind of loosening up, but the tires are starting to wear. But then, like we said, just heavy in contact between the 2 of them there. So you see the 28 actually get a lot of air here, throws him up in the air. And then, unfortunately for that 72, he's going to come right back across the track, right in the path of that 50. Actually, a few other drivers here as well, trying to catch the car number of that one that gets into the back of the. I think that's the 90. Oh, it's the 98 of Roy Wheeler, and then of course I mentioned that 50 of David Leclerc. So I think Roy may have gotten away with it. His car looks pretty clean. He'll say he may have been graced by that Phantom 4X here under this yellow.
Definitely. Well, the thing is, you carry so much speed that at this track that even if you do hit that inside wall, sometimes that you'll carry so much momentum, it'll just bounce you right up the track, and you're just along for a ride. There's nothing you're going to be able to do about that. And these guys sometimes are just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, so they were on that top side, and just there wasn't any time for them to react, especially when you see those cars just bounce off the wall there. So let's say with that though, we're back under yellow. Looks like the 17 of Chad Wilkes. I think the whole field here has made a pit stop. I want to say the 79 may have been the lucky dog. So waiting for everything to cycle through here. So say while this is all getting sorted out, we'll step away for just a moment, and then we'll get back with everything on the one to go. All right, we are on the one to go. I see a few wave rounds going by there. Looks like the 14 to 68. So trying to catch some of the other numbers there. I think the 50. I think the 50 actually. So right now it looks like we're gonna have 34 drivers on the lead lap. We got a few drivers 1 and 2 laps down. Unfortunately, it looks like the 121 of Carter Talley has retired from the race this evening. However, say everybody here took 4 tires and fuel, so it's going to be Chad Wilkes, Larry Yingling now going to lead the front row here tonight on this restart, and then Levi Cox, Ryan Kelly, Adam Brady are going to round out the top 5.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys that have started kind of deep in the field here and make their way up into the top 10. We were talking about that earlier. We'll talk about them as soon as this green flag drops and these guys get back racing. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to see Chad Wilkes, who's been pretty fast all night so far. Going to see him lead this field off. Pace car is off. Guys hit the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Good start on that high side, man. Really good start on that high side. He may be able to clear that leader into turn 1.
Yeah, Larry really got a good start there. Not sure if Chad maybe spun the tires a little bit or not, but Larry's going to drop to the bottom immediately, protect that line there. So we talked about the kind of that high drag, high downforce, low horsepower kind of package these 1.5 miles have. And so you're going to want to protect that bottom, and because just right now, momentum is big, but also right now with these fresh tires, you want to keep that track position.
Especially in the restart there. That's the way to go. You want to get a good jump there. Try to be able to carry your momentum all the way through until you can get up to speed. Right now, caution, big wreck back in the field.
Oh yeah, I
it
see the
looks like way back there in the trial.
66. Oh yeah, it's a big pile up there. See the 28, the 79, the 94 all involved here. Let's say I saw 66 went through the pits there to try to get around it as well. So let's go ahead and see what kind of what caused this one here. So yeah, since we kind of talked about those cold tires, that's kind of seems like a lot of how it initially starts off here. It actually looks like it was pretty far up on the group of the drivers here. So I'm trying to hunt him down where it actually began. Let's see. I think it may have started around
94 and the
66 is what I'm seeing as well. I'll pull it up here with those
kind of
two
looks
drivers.
like they were just kind of going for the same real estate, and the I'm trying to see what car that is. He kind of hooked the rear of him there. Right
oh yeah, you can see there the 66 and the 94. They make contact there.
And both of them just hard.
Actually, let me get a. I think I just found a much better angle that we can look at here. So we'll see them as they come off of turn number 4 here. So as it switches, oh, you see, the right hook right there, and then unfortunately, say that sends Roy Wheeler into the wall pretty hard. To say same thing comes right across track. Oh, into the 9 or the 24, I believe. 61, you see him get spun as well. And then say I think you're just going to see some drivers a little further back again, full head of steam, just nothing they can do here. I see the 47 is going to make a little bit of contact with them. You see the 28 and the 7 on the brakes as hard as they can. You see Charles in the grass, so he cannot stop that car, unfortunately. But it looks like a few others are able to just sneak by on the top side there. But I think I would say a lot of cars involved, but say Roy Wheeler's got a significant damage to his car, but some of the others may not be in too bad of shape. So I'll say we'll have to wait and see for those drivers. With I'm sure fast repair is going to be taken for a few of them. So with that though, it looks like we're going to be back under yellow here. Looks like we're going to have the Lucky Dog's going to go to the 501 of Ryan Walsh, I believe, as I saw him moving up towards the front there. And it looks like, unless something changes here, from where I'm sitting, it looks like Dale Willoughby in that 7 may have retired from the race, unfortunately. But yeah, right now I'm showing roughly 32 on the lead lap. So same thing, we'll let everything cycle through here. Figure out where everybody's at, and then let's say once we get that 1 to green, we'll go ahead and give you some of the running order for some of these. We have some pretty good comers and goers so far in this race, so we'll update you on those as well. All right, we are back on the one to go. Say we're mentioning there in the last deal, we're gonna some pretty good movers here so far in this race. So say starting off with the number 1 of Gabe Butler. Say he's showing in the 7th position after starting 25th. Jim Brooks in 8th, starting 21st. Corey Cook started 24th and is right now running in the 9th position. And then Douglas Johnson started 26th and is in the 10th position. I say another one I mentioned is the 8 of Dude Conrad started 30th and is already up to 12th. So I mean that's some pretty big gainers here. And saying we're still pretty first third of the race right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of guys that are started deep in the field and have been taking advantage of these cautions here early on and been able to make their way up front, be able to put themselves in a position and maybe to be able to get a good run out of this race tonight.
Yeah, say still a long ways to go. Say I believe if I heard right, the field window's right around 40 laps or so. So I feel like at this point it would probably be a one-stop race for everybody if it went green. We'll see if there's any fuel strategy or anything like that, pit strategy for some of these leaders. So however, it's going to put it back into the hands of Larry Yingling on the inside on this restart. Gets a pretty good restart. Say we saw last time he made that top work really well. Looks like he's going to keep the lead here on the bottom side as well. You see that 56 Levi Cox trying to follow him through there. Chad Wilkes is 3rd. He's going to drop it to the bottom. And now you see Ryan Kelly and the 10 of Corey Lane battle for that 4th position.
At 56 is all over the back end of Larry Yingling as they go into turn 3. You can see he's taking that middle groove, moving that car up a little bit higher than our leader there, trying to gain him a little bit of momentum on the high side. And you can see him with a head of steam trying to get him on the high side to be able to get past our leader right now going into turn 1.
Yeah, we had mentioned that we saw that 56 had really good outright pace on the get-go, saying looks like he's going to try to use that top side again and use that momentum. So we'll see how that's going to go as the run goes on, because it seemed like he may have fallen off a little more than the other drivers did as that run progressed, because that run a little bit earlier was about 15 laps or so, and he'd sneak out to the lead, but then it seemed like they were able to come right back on him. So again, with this lower horsepower, high drag, high downforce package, I say it's going to keep these guys pretty close together on these fresh tires.
Well, you see right there, Larry, I mean, he really made his presence known when he just powered on the outside there of Larry Yingling and was able to get by him. And, yeah, I mean, he's pretty much kind of pulling away right now from 2nd place. So he might have something here if we go in the long run. He might be able to get some space between him and 2nd place. And these guys will have to chase him down, because you see right now 3rd place is kind of getting in right on the 2nd place, and those guys get side by side. It's definitely going to be something that our leader Levi Cox wants to see.
Yeah, so the more side by side battle behind him in the mirror, that's going to be what he's looking for sure. I'll say right now, got a pretty good battle here right behind these guys, right around that 5th position there. You got the 10 of Corey Lane there, Jim Brooks, just like the 09 of Corey Cook, and then also the 388 of Douglas Johnson. They're all right together here. Everybody's trying to figure out where they need to position their cars to make some progress right now. Looks like at the moment, advantage went to that 388 there of Douglas Johnson's going to make that. Or sorry, actually no, I'm sorry, that's the 10 car. As I see the contact between the 10 and the 76, yeah. So it looks like the 76 might have a little bit of nose damage. I'll try to take a quick look here. Yeah, sure enough, left front definitely has a little bit of damage there. So I'm not sure if that was a connection issue or not. As I say, 76 having a little more trouble. I'd say that left front damage is really hurting that car here. So let's say a little contact between that 10 and the 76 car, but able to keep things going forward here. Stay green. And it looks like that 09 has been able to sneak through, and it's on a 388 is going to try to follow through as well. That's Corey Lane on the outside, and then that 388 of Douglas Johnson on the inside.
Right now, there's a good battle going on between the 17 and the 13 of 3rd and 4th place right now. I've been watching it, kind of side-by-side action for a little bit. 13 hasn't been able to get quite the momentum he needs to be able to make that pass on the high side, but he's trying to make it work right now on the backstretch. Almost got to him, but then again, you got to be able to carry that momentum around the high side. He's trying to make it work right now. 17's right on that white line.
Yeah, it's just, right, like I said, getting that momentum on the exit is critical right now. And even with these guys going 2x2, they're still keeping right up with Levi Cox. So I wonder if that might be a little bit of Levi maybe just trying to hold just enough of a lead save his tires as best he can, and then maybe kind of once things settle out, he can try to put the hammer back down or not. Maybe learn from that first run. However, say that fight for third's kind of fizzles out a little bit, but now you see that 09 of Corey Cook trying to work on the inside now of that 13. Ryan Kelly for that fourth position here.
Yeah, you see our top three pretty much have stretched out single file right now. You don't see too much side-by-side action going on, except you get back there to fourth place. Deeper on the field, you get a little bit of side-by-side action, but right now it's
as they said, caution is
not sure where though. I don't see anything
towards the back. Looks like the 501 is involved, as is the 79. That's Ryan Walsh and Ted Decker Jr. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the yellow here. So it looks like, so trying to take a look here. I think the 501 may have got just into the wall a little bit on the entry. So I'm already actually showing the 79 as missing the front end here, just on the.
Yeah, I see it too.
So we're going to take a look here as they enter turn number 1. I see that 5-1 trying to get a pretty big arc there, and looks like, contact with that outside wall. Just trying to get too big of arc, and that's going to throw him right down into the path of that 79. Nothing Ted Decker could do there. You see that 47 just sneaks by, it looks like, on the inside. So trying to keep an eye on that 68 as well. I think he just made it by as well there. So heavy contact for the two of them. You see a lot of drivers trying to sneak their way through here. Looks like for the most part, Michael Spell looks like, a little bit of contact for him. So trying to see. So it looks like after that, those are the primary two involved. A little bit of contact with Michael Spell there. Actually, the car doesn't look too bad of shape after that, though. So with that being said, though, pit stops are underway with our race leaders. Looks like everybody is in here. So I don't think we'll see too much strategy here. Probably going to be some more 4 tires and fuel. And saying, again, they'll still be in that one stop to the end window at this point in the race. Alright, so while everything's cycling through here, it looks like Larry Yingling may have held onto the lead here, or got the lead, I should say, in this pit stop cycle. Actually, never mind, there's a 56 way out there that I didn't even see.
Yeah, Levi Cox looks like he's way up there.
He had a good pit stop. Yeah, you're right. So we'll step away for just a moment, and we'll get back here again on the 1 to go. All right, we're back on the one to go. Got a few wave runs there. You see the 28 of Charles Johnson, the 68 of where do you go? Mark Brown, and then the 14 of Kenny. I think it's Kenny Kolakowski. Say Kolakowski, I believe it is. There it is. So those three took the wave round there, and I believe the lucky dog went to Jeff Clark. And said I think I messed up the previous incident.
I think you're right.
I think Maxwell Caldwell actually was the one that was involved in that earlier, not this most recent incident, but the one before. However, he has the Roy Wheeler Designs paint scheme on it, so my brain went Roy Wheeler. So Roy's still in good shape there. Let's say, unfortunately, it's a little bit of contact though for Maxwell, but again, he's still got. Again, we're going to restart here with 54 to go. Again, looks like everybody pretty much made pit stops under this cycle here, so we're going to pretty much see again 4 tires, fuel. And I think one more pit stop, because again, I think the fuel is right around that 40 laps or so. So we'll see if there's any strategy. Should we go green if they want to kind of split it in half, or what the plan is here?
Yeah, we're almost at halfway. Pace car is pulling off right now. We're going to see Levi Cox leading these guys into turn 1. Green flag is out, and there they go. Looks like
Larry's got a good
jump
start
on the
again.
outside. Yeah,
Larry's been really good on these restarts. So he's been able to get to it. So he's not going to be able to clear him like he did earlier. But you can see it's almost like a plate restart there where they're 2 by 2. It's like pretty much the second car is trying to push the car in front. It looks like advantage is going to go to Levi Cox here on the inside line, but we'll see what happens here in turn 3.
Yeah, right now Levi Cox has definitely got the advantage for the lead. As you see Larry dipping down low. He's going to try a little bit of a crossover, carry that momentum down to the bottom side. He's going to keep trying. He's pushing that car into turn 1. He might be able to clear him. Looks like he's going to be able to complete that pass.
Yeah, so Larry sends it there. Got that top to bottom momentum, it looked like, and able to clear the pass. We'll see if Levi's going to try to return the favor here. See if he can build that momentum up on that top side and jump back down low. But right now, it looks like he's going to stay right on that back bumper of that 67 car. Say could not fit much more than a sheet of paper between them two at that entry of turn 3.
Well, these two leaders probably also realize that if they run side by side too much, that pack is going to catch up to them. They're better off kind of being nose to tail. Those two cars will be faster together, and they should be able to pull away from this pack a little bit. As you see, they're kind of pulling away from 3rd place right now.
Yeah, so I'm almost wondering if they're doing like the equivalent of tandem drafting. You'll see them at the plate races here once they get on the straightaways, pushing really hard on that car in front of you. Separate. Oh, as I say that, a little bit too much contact there. Larry's going to save it though, but that's all that track positions they had over that 17 is gone. Now here comes Chad Wilkes.
Steam, yeah.
Yeah, huge head of steam there.
Going to be able to pass him. It looks like these guys are going to lose a couple spots here as the field just kind of gobbles these guys up.
Yeah, so you saw the 56 definitely backed off to let Larry gather back up there. So nothing malicious there. They're just trying to draft really hard together to try to kind of build that gap up. But say Larry's going to waste no time. He's got that thing wound back up. He's going to jump back to the bottom here and try to take that lead again away here now from Chad Wilkes.
Yeah, their advantage is definitely gone now. As you see, the leaders are side by side right now. Chad Wilkes is on the high side. He's going to try to take advantage of the unfortunate incident between these two guys here. And I mean, side by side is just basically going to make all these cars behind these guys catch up. As you can see right now, 17 looks like he's going to be able to clear him right there. Yeah, he's going to be able to clear him for the lead. If he wants to move down, he's going to be able to. Oh, see a little bit of contact there again with the 56 and the leader.
Yeah, say another great save, this time by that 17 of Chad Wilkes. Oh,
contact
trouble behind.
I saw a purple guy.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, the 10 there of Corey Lane is involved, as is the 98 of Roy Wheeler. Say Jinx Roy there saying, oh, he wasn't involved in that previous one. He is involved in this one, unfortunately. We see these drivers waiting for the field to go by so they can loop these cars back around, get to the pits, and hopefully again have a faster pair to use. So you see the field clears right there, and they're going to get things going again. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what happens. Let's see. Jump. Oh. Looks like 3 wide off of turn 4 from where I am sitting. So we'll jump back.
Always do it.
Yeah, so you see the 10 on the outside, 61 in the middle, and the 76 on the inside. I'll say we'll actually jump to the blimp cam here so we can get a better angle. And actually, they were actually fine. The 10 gets really loose off of turn number 4. So let's go back just a little bit, see if maybe he was already getting loose before this happened. Maybe there's some initial contact between the two of them. I'm not sure. See if we can find a better shot of it here as they go through turns 3 and 4. Yeah, it looked like Corey Lane may have just gotten loose. Let's say they're so close there, right there, though, with that 10 and the 61. So I didn't see any contact, but again, they were extremely close. And that car just snaps around on him. I keep looking at it. Like, I wonder if this is just a really... I'm looking at one. Oh, man, you know what? I think this is just a really bad net code there.
I was going to say, it might have been net code.
Yeah, it looks like it was just a really bad one there. So, unfortunately, it's 61. 10 are involved. See the 76 actually go sliding down into the grass. Saying then unfortunately Roy Wheeler is going to be somewhere. Oh yeah, he's stuck on the top side. He's got 2 cars to his inside. He on the brakes, just nowhere for him to go, and just straight into the side of that 10 car. So we'll jump over to the 76. Looks like he might be in decent shape. A little bit of right front damage. As I say that, he goes off-roading in that 76 car. Keeps it straight though. So the car looks like it might be a little nose heavy because that nose keeps dipping in there. So actually, as I said, it looks like he starts to slide on the exit of 4. See if he's able to hang on to a really good job. Oh yeah, he got some pretty hard outside contact with the wall. It looked like he had it saved. Then unfortunately made some contact there with the wall at the very end. Good job though by Dude Conrad avoiding that one, that incident though. So with that though, we are back under yellow. Looks like a little bit of a mixed strategy here. We got some 2 tire stops and at least 1 or 2 drivers that stayed out under this yellow while we were going over that caution. So I'm going to let the running order here cycle through real quick, and then we'll try to update you where everybody is in just a moment. All right, we are back on the one to go. Got a little bit of strategy here up front now. You see that number 8 of Dude Conrad, who say just snuck around that 76 of Jim Brooks under that most recent incident. Stayed out, so he's going to have about 10 lap older tires. And then next to him is the 33 of Josh Coley. Josh took 2 tires on this pit stop. Most of the field behind took 4. Looks like the number 72 of Eric Schaus took 2 in that 72 car in the 9th position. And then it looks like everybody else on back went ahead and took 4. So let's say I saw a few drivers here further back. Looks like they may have topped off here. Just maybe give a little bit of extra fuel in case, again, potential of going green. I think they might just be outside their window. But I don't think that's going to be on too many pit strategies at the moment here. I think they're just going to try to get to the front and keep this track position.
It's not a bad idea for Duke Conrad to stay out right there. Like you said, he's tires aren't too bad, and with the cautions we've gotten tonight, I mean, this might be a good strategy for him. You see pace car pull off. He's going to lead these guys to green. He's got to watch out for that tire spin. Looks like he's going to be able to get a good little run there. Top line might have got a little bit of tire spin there, though.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how that 33 car reacts to this, because it was a bit of a loose setup already on the new tires.
As I say that, short work of that spot there.
Yeah, so that car did not have the grip he was hoping for. So you see all these drivers here going to get to the bottom and try to get around those two as fast as possible. 17 Chad Wilkes already done so. Larry Yingling going to follow through. Ryan Kelly's going to try to join the party here as well. It looks like the strategy. We'll see how it cycles through, though, because again, I mean, he was a little further back in the field when this incident occurred. So if he can kind of get settled in here, maybe in that 10th or so position, that still might be a net gain for him.
Oh, it definitely could be. I mean, he might be able to salvage some spots here, especially if another caution comes out. These guys, the tires equal out here, in a few more laps. We'll have to see how it goes. Right now, up front, same old game. Chad Wilkes and Larry Yingling battling it out for first and second right now. Larry Yingling's got that lead as he leads lap 58, going to 59 right now.
Yeah, just over 40 to go here. Right now up front, though, pretty much single filed again. One car that's kind of lost a little bit of track position that he's been enjoying all race is that 56 of Levi Cox. I say that losing the track position, he's in 5th. But still, I mean, he's been in the top 3 or so pretty much this whole race here. He's right behind that 09 of Corey Cook. Corey started 24th, is in the 4th spot right now, so a really good run for Corey. A few other drivers there in the back that are making their way forward as well. Is Jason Bridges. Haven't mentioned him yet. He's showing in the 8th position, and then Gabe Butler in 9th.
We got a good battle up front for the lead again. You see 17 of Chad Wilkes looking down low. The high side. Oh, we got some contact right there. Oh!
56. He holds it up against the wall. Looks like he's going to...
No yellow.
Yeah, he's going to keep it straight. No yellow. It seems like Levi was getting in the turn 3 just deeper than most of these other drivers are. It's been getting the other drivers in trouble. This time it looks like it bit him there. But like you said, we stay green here. Still side by side for the lead with that 67 and the 17. But Corey Cook right there in the 09 trying to find a way through here, and you can see that 13 Ryan Kelly doing the same as he's got now. Actually, we talked about that 33 car, Josh Kelly with those 2 tires. He's starting to come back into this mix, so maybe those tires just needed a few laps here to kind of get the heat built up into the right sides. But he's now back in the mix, so this is definitely something that these drivers are going to need to take note of towards the end of this race.
Yeah, definitely. Those older tires aren't hindering him too much. He's right there, right in the mix with these guys. You see the 17. Chad Wilkes is going to take over that top position. 76 and the 09 right there behind him. The 09 is going to be able to make that low side work. And he almost got cleared of our 3rd place car there. You're going to see him move
just
up there.
Squeezed up.
Barely cleared him.
Yeah, so that was one of those things about that paper gap between the cars. But I'm impressed with Josh Coley with these 2 tires. I'll say again, if I'm one of the competitors and I know he took 2, I'm thinking if we get another 10-lap run or something like this, I might want to try that myself, because maybe take a few laps, but I mean, I'd say he's still right in contention here. We'll see as the run progresses there. Oh, as you see the 2 car, I think it's actually the 34 of Jason Bridges, caught the apron a little bit in 3, had to chase it up the hill. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum there, but I think he's going to be all right there.
Yeah, like you were saying, that might be something for these guys to look out for. Depending on how long of a run they get. I was kind of surprised. I didn't know if his tires would hold on or not. We'll have to see if we get a little bit of longer run here, how it goes further in the run. But so far, he's been able to hang tight with these guys, stay here in the top 5. So the battle up front really hasn't changed too much. The 09 is still he's looking down low now in turn 1. I was going to say, he looked like he was going to try to set up the leader there for a pass, but I wasn't quite sure if he was going to do it this time.
Yeah, Corey's had a lot of pace, so it hasn't had the track position, so I'd be curious to see what Corey can do. Oh, as I see one up towards the wall and a little further back there, I think that was the 61 Evan Pienta. So it looks like he's able to keep things going straight, but that's going to say the 09 is going to send it there into 3, get the lead here. I don't think 17 is going to be able to cross over, so We're going to get the new leader here at that 09 of Corey Cook here as we come to 35 to go, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he did, he made, didn't say he made short work of him on that pass there. He kind of set him up and everything. I don't think 17 fought him too much. The thing is here, you can kind of swap the lead back and forth. As I'm saying that, you can see the 17 going to try to do the exact same thing that 09 did. Look underneath him here in turn 3 and 4. Going to try to get that momentum there on the bottom and see if he can complete that pass going into the tri-oval and coming into 1.
Yeah, so it looks like they stay side by side here through the line. So one driver notice that's moved up a little bit here since they've gone back to green is that 94 Maxwell Caldwell. As I said, in a tight battle here with that 83 and the 1 car. Maxwell is involved in one of those earlier incidents, so he's now trying to kind of charge his way back up towards the front, showing in the 8th position. Looks like he's working on, I believe, 6th right now. So he's working on Josh Coley as well. So I don't know, this might actually move Maxwell here up into the top 5 here. I'm going to wait until they cycle through the line. So really good charge by Maxwell here, working his way back up to the front.
Yeah, and speaking of the front, these guys are still side by side. I didn't even know who led that last lap. It looks like Chad Wilkes was credited. Those guys were like, so close. It was like a photo finish for who was going to lead that lap there. As you can see, the 09 kind of relegated, goes back.
Got one spinning in the back there.
One in the back spinning. I'm not sure if he's going to come back up the track. No caution yet. Leaders are still fighting side by side coming out of turn 3 and 4. No caution on the track. I'm guessing that driver gathered it back up.
Yeah, I couldn't catch the car number, unfortunately. It was right behind the 76 of Jim Brooks. I'll wait for the intervals. It'll be pretty obvious. You'll see that the positions dropped. I think it was Robert Richards in the 12 car. Yeah, it looks like who it was there. I'll say we'll take a quick look at his car. Yeah, it looks like I believe it was Robert Richards. He's lost the 12 spots on that last lap, but he's still going after it here. So kudos for him. Awesome save for that car. But yeah, so I think these cars are starting to become a bit of a handful even on the backstretch right now, just with this tire wear that we've got right now.
Yeah, I think these guys are finally starting to get in a little bit of a longer run where tire wear might be coming into play here. We saw for a little while the 09 and the 17 were kind of just battling back and forth every few laps, swapping the lead there. But right now the 09 looks like he's kind of setting the pace. 17's able to take advantage, it looks like, of maybe of a draft coming down the backstretch. But you carry out all that momentum going into turn 3 from the backstretch. If your tires are worn, you're going to slow way down or even push up. So it's kind of hard to take advantage of that. But you see, he is trying to get that momentum. He's right there in the tire tracks of our leader, Corey Cook. And Chad just can't seem to get the momentum to be able to get up to him to try to battle for a position again.
Yeah, so I think those tires are starting to kind of offset the
cautions on the track.
Oh yeah, as I said, a caution is. I was going to say the tire's starting to offset the arrow. So they're trying to see where it was. Let's see, everybody looks like they're moving forward right now. So may have been just a big slide possibly. So let's go hunting here, see if we can find the cause of this caution. And say we'll get things. So we're going to see some pit stops here. This will definitely put these drivers in the window. So let me go see if I can find where this caution came from. Oh, it looks like the backstretch. Oh, it looks like the one of, I believe it's going to be the one of Gabe Butler, and then the 61, I believe it was. So I'm trying to remember the name of that driver, so I don't have it in front of me here. Oh, Evan Pienta. We'll watch here as they go through the backstretch. Let's see. Oh, you see the one get a little wiggly on the backstretch, catches the 61, and then trying to see further back. Oh, you see Jim Brooks just maybe sneak by there. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that was the 33 of Josh Coley. I apologize. So it's the one in the 33 here. Yeah, the one gets loose off of 2, comes down a little bit, unfortunately kind of right hooks that 33 car. And yeah, so actually a really, really close call for Jim Brooks in that 76 car. Just squeaks by I don't know, my paper distance between the two cars.
It's very close.
Really good heads up as well by that 10 car to avoid that wreck as well. So I think it wound up being pretty much just a 1-car spin here. 33 did a really good job locking it down and getting it pointed straight again. So that is the cause of this yellow. So we're back. We have a lot of... Whoops, don't need that anymore. So we are back here under caution. So you're going to see how the pit stop cycles have gone through. I'm showing Ryan Kelly right now with the lead. So I'm going to wait and let everything cycle through here to make sure that's going to be accurate. So we'll see if we might get a few wave rounds as well. So again, we'll step away for just a moment and we'll get things going again, get that running order for you all once we hit that one to go here. All right, so one to go here. So got a little bit of a shakeup here with the pit stop cycle there. So you see a few drivers moving forward here. Maxwell Caldwell up to third, Bud Steele fourth. They both had really good pit stops there. Eric Schaus showing in seventh as well. Chad Wilkes, though, in the 17 car, he's going to be in the 9th position, so definitely did not have the pit entry exit he was looking for. Pit stop time looks fine, but something must have happened to him just trying to get into the pit stop. Maybe overshot it a little bit and had to back it up. That's definitely a pretty common thing, especially here at Atlanta with these worn tires. So we're going to restart at 24 to go. Definitely everybody can make it here on fuel, but tires are definitely going to be the popular thing. I think we see more cautions within 10-15 laps. I think you're going to see more drivers come in for tires. And right now we're showing 35 drivers on the lead lap. Had a couple take the wave around there. And John Brill right now, unfortunately, is showing 3 laps down in the 36th position. So we're about to get going here with 24 to go.
These cars peeled off. Ryan Kelly is going to take these drivers to the green flag here. Looks like a pretty decent start on both lines there. Those guys are, wow, really side by side going into turn one. Nobody really had an advantage. Wow, I thought the 09 was going to come down a little bit. Little close there.
Yeah, really even start there. So it looks like that bottom line is going to prevail again, get that momentum. So here comes Maxwell Caldwell, though. He's going to get a good run. We see a couple getting loose behind there. Right now they're on the inside. We'll see if that brings the yellow out. So far, looks like it's going to stay green. So I saw the 44. So the 44 Dwight Plush was unfortunately involved as well, I believe, as the, I think it was the 34. I think I saw Jason Bridges, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we stay green though. So let's say we're going to come around with 23 to go. Say right now, it's, again, you see Ryan Kelly sneaking away just a little bit with the lead. But say he's going to have his hands full here shortly with that 09 and the 94 as they go through the backstretch.
Those guys keep battling side by side back there. This is going to be exactly what the leader sees. But nope, as I say that, you can see the 09 was able to get by those guys and clear them. And now he's going to set his sights on that 13 of Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, say Ryan's known for being a really good driver on his tires for the long run. So say it's not going to be much of a long, say it's not even quite half a fuel run, maybe just a little bit over there. So Ryan's going to have to abuse these tires a little more than he might normally do to try to hang on to this lead. However, if he can kind of balance that aggression and the tire saving, I say he might still be in a really good spot once these tires wear as this run progresses. But another driver I'm looking at is that 72 of Eric Schaus. He's now moved up into the 5th position. He's making a pretty good charge here on this restart.
Yeah, he's trying to set his sights back on that front line there. As you see, good battle here for the lead. 09 of Corey Cook once again is trying to look on the inside to be able to get up front. We've seen that car. He's been pretty fast all night tonight.
Yeah, Corey's had a really good speed in that car. So it seems like short run especially, Corey's been really fast. So once he was able to get out front, he was able to hang on to the lead, just lost it during the cycle of pit stops. So we'll see if Corey's able to get back up there and control this one again. But at this juncture, though, I think it's going to be tough to get around that 13 of Ryan Kelly. Again, he's pretty good on his tires, and saying right now he's showing that pace right now on this restart while he's going here. As it looks like we might get almost 3 wide there. It looked like that 72 is maybe going to poke his nose. We stay 2 by 2 though up front. Looks like Larry's just barely clearing that 09 car as they enter turn number 3.
The thing about this package here, with you were talking about low horsepower, high downforce package, is that really the leader can't get a gigantic advantage as you see
contact
right now.
I think they're going to hang on to. Oh nope, they're going to
they're wrecking back there.
Yeah, so it was only they had it and then they just got back together. Say it was that 09, the 17. I think they were 3 wide there entering turn. Oh, so a little bit more contact there. I think I saw 3 wide there between the 09 and some of the other drivers there. So let's go back and see what happened here. But yeah, some definite aggression here coming towards the end of that race though, for sure. So yeah, I think a contact initiated between that 72 and the 09 and the 94. They were 3 wide here. So we'll take a look as they go through the turn. And oh yeah, sure. Let me get a different angle here, see if we can get a better shot. We'll take a look at the chopper view. So I see the 72 Eric Schaus looking to the inside of that 09. And then see the 94 Maxwell Caldwell to the top. As they enter the turn, yeah, you can see there that 72 is trying to get a bit of an arc on the entry and say nothing the 09 could do there. They both save it, but then the 09 has to kind of chase the car back up the track, just getting as loose as it was. And unfortunately for that 17 of Chad Wilkes and the 76 of Jim Brooks, just nothing they could do there, just right in the path of that one. Not sure how bad the 76 got hit there. Say a little bit of side damage there. But definitely some pretty heavy damage up for that 09 and the 17 car. So they probably need to get some fast repairs. Unfortunately, then the 09 got a little bit of contact from the 071 of Eric Laurie as well. Nothing too terrible, it looks like, from where I'm sitting. But yeah, so that's going to put us back under caution here. And sure enough, we talked about those tires. Looks like pretty much the field is all in here except for a couple drivers. So it looks like I'm seeing the 6 of Bud Steele is going to stay out under this yellow. I'll see who else stayed out with him. Looks like there are a few takers. Looks like Ted Decker Jr. And I believe also the 24 of Jeff Clark. Looks like those 3 are staying out. Actually, Mike Morrison and Jason Bridges, I think, as well. So going to be a bit of a mixed bag. Let's say those that pitted, though, I'm trying to look at their pit times. Looks like most of them took 4 tires here.
Yeah, they're going to give a little bit of a strategy call for some of these drivers here, like Bud Steele at the end. Going to stay out on some of those old tires. They're not that old, you know. We saw it work before. I think it was with Josh Cully.
No, actually, it was Dude Conrad that took the
Oh, that's
or
right.
that stayed out. I mean, and Coley took 2, and there are some 2-tire strategy calls in here, so I'm going to kind of wait and see. I see a few actually ducking off now, so Bud's going to be a little lonelier here. So we're going to let everything cycle through, get the running order accurate, and then we'll join you here again on that one to go. All right, we are on the one to go, and we talked about the pit strategy, and we've seen it again. Looks like Bud Steele, Jeff Clark on the front row, they stayed out, and then behind them, Larry Yingling, Ryan Kelly, they both took 4 tires, and Levi Cox in 5th took 2. He tried to get some of that from his earlier incident that he was involved in. Then you got Maxwell Caldwell on 4 tires in the 6th position. So I think we're going to see some business be pick up here, Don. I say aggression going to ramp up as well, and we'll see how these no tires fare this time around. Say it didn't work too great for Dude Conrad, but we'll see. Maybe Bud and Jeff have a little bit something up their sleeve here.
Yeah, Bud and Jeff both started pretty deep in the field too. So these guys up front trying to steal a win or get some good track position here for the end. They're going to have, what, 12 laps to go when we go green here?
13 to go here at the
13.
line.
Pace car is peeled off. Bud Steele's going to lead these guys off to the green flag. Pretty decent start there on some of those old tires. Looks like the high line checked up a little bit. Didn't quite get going.
Yeah, he saw Ryan Kelly try to take advantage there. He got kind of pinned there. He's trying to force his way out. Contact. Yeah, as well as afraid of aggression there. Say caution is out. Yeah, say unfortunately to say that aggression there, trying to get around to say those old tires did not pan out there, unfortunately. Saying Jeff Clark is the short end of the stick on that one. So we'll take one more look at it there. We kind of saw it happen live, but See who else, if anybody else was involved in that one here. You can see on that start, though, right off the bat, though, Ryan Kelly was trying to find a way to get around that 9 car because he was just without the tires, he just didn't have the restart speed that they were hoping for. But you can see that 33 of Josh Colley, he was trying to get to the inside as well. Saying you see they're going 3 wide there, and pretty much pretty much on the first line of the track there. So like they weren't even spread out at all there. So just yeah, kind of that's the only outcome you're going to see with something like that happen there. Oh, and it helped if I actually was showing that to everybody because I forgot to turn the replay back on. I'm sorry. Apologies.
Old tires versus new tires, man. You know, sometimes, especially towards the end of the race, you're going to see a lot of aggression. So.
Yeah, we talked about the aggression ramping up, and we had exactly that. So unfortunately, I say back under yellow here. We'll restart within 10 to go, but you can see that 13 and the 9 make contact. 33, of course, also was that 3 wide underneath here. So, yeah, just bad deal there. Just everybody's trying to go for the same real estate there. And like I said, that aggression definitely picked up there. But looks like really the 33 and the 9 lost the most momentum. Looks like everybody else is able to kind of check up and get around it pretty well. So, good heads up driving by the rest of these drivers here. So we'll let things cycle through here, and then we will get things going again on the one to go. All right, we're back on the 1 to go. So say Bud Steele's still with that pit strategy here. He's going to hang out and see maybe those tires have cooled off a little bit for that 6 car. Say Larry Yingling, though, he's going to try to use these 4 tires. Levi Cox in third with the 2 tires. And then Ryan Kelly in that 13 car. And pretty much the rest of the field on back looks like they're pretty much all on 4, other than Robert Richards in the 12, who's up to 8th position. So he went 2 tires as well. Looks like so far that's being a really good pit call for him. So we're going to start here with 7 to go, and we're going to see what these drivers have left to try to make a charge here toward the front.
Yeah, Bud Steele's going to have to be careful not to spin those tires, those old tires. He's got a whole bunch of guys behind him with new tires. End of the race here, close to the end, so we're going to have to see how this goes. Pace car's peeling off right now. Bud Steele's got to try to hold these guys off.
Yeah, so he hopefully learned a little bit on that first restart what he could do, and you can see a little bit of a wiggle there. Larry's going to get a big momentum, though, on that top side. Looks like Larry's going to have the momentum, I feel like, on the top side. But Bud did pretty well there with those older tires to at least get through the gears here. So we'll see now how he's able to do as they go through turns 1 and 2. See if Bud's going to protect the bottom on this backstretch here, because I think that's going to be the next step, is to see.
Getting a big...
Big push from that 56 car, Levi Cox. And we saw Levi push a little bit too much on a couple of these cars entering 3, but so far so good. But again, right now that top side's got pretty good momentum. Looks like Larry's going to clear him entering turn number 1. We'll see if Ryan Kelly's able to follow suit here.
Ryan Kelly's really fighting to keep that car in the bottom line there.
Oh, we got caution further back here.
On the field. Yeah, back in the...
Looks like, the 17 again is involved. Let's say another... Say bad night gone worse, it looks like, for Chad Wilkes. You see the 72 of Eric Schaus in there as well. Let's go back and see what happened to bring out this caution. I think this is going to bring us into our first attempt of a green.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, that's a big wreck here. All right, so it looks like it starts around the 17 and the 1 car. So we'll take a look. Oh, you can see right there the 1 Gabe Butler gets too high. We saw that earlier as well, where you get just too high entering turn number 1, try to get that arc in there. And he just arced it too much there, caught the outside wall, and that just threw him right across the path of that 17 of Chad Wilkes. Nothing he could do, just barely squeaks by that 388 car, able to avoid that one. But then, of course, with that contact, they're going to come back up the track here. You see, Eric Schaus, nothing he could do there, 42 as well. You see a few other drivers here trying to find their way through. Looks like Jim Brooks just sneaks underneath them. Eric Laurie involved. Looks like Charles Johnson as well. As you still see that 72 flying through the air here. A lot of drivers involved in this one, trying to sneak their way through. I see the 66 car, the 44, and the 24. So unfortunately, just a bit of a mistake there on the entry of turn 1, and so that's pretty much all she wrote on that one for those drivers. So that's going to put us back under yellow here. So right now our race leader is now showing as Larry Yingling in that 67 car. Bud Steele still holding on in second, though, so we'll see how Bud's able to kind of survive on this next restart. So again, we'll step away for just a moment, and then we'll get things going again on the 1 to go. All right, back on the 1 to go here. Now race leader again being shown as Larry Yingling in that 67. Bud Steele on the older tires in second. Ryan Kelly's going to restart third. Levi Cox in fourth. Jack Wall's going to round out the top 5. So, say the outside line right now has got no tires on the top on the front row, and then 2 tires on the outside row. So, say again, we're going to see Larry's able to get the lead here. So we're going to see though we've seen Larry get some really good restarts, but we've also seen that top side get some pretty good momentum. So, we'll see what Bud's got here on this restart coming up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be careful once again not to spin those tires, and this is gonna be our first attempt out of 3 of a green-white checkered finish here. So we will, if a caution comes out before we get that white flag, we will line up again and attempt to get another start in.
Yeah, so everybody's on pretty equal tires here, so I feel like for the most part, I think we'll be able to get in on this try here. But well, obviously that's why we're here. That's why we wait and see. So say pace car is in. We're gonna put it into the hands again of Larry Yingling and Bud Steele on the outside. Wait for that green flag to fly, and there it goes. You see the second row try to anticipate the start a little bit. It looked like, but that's gonna give Larry here a pretty good advantage entering turn number 1.
And you can see that low line's got a lot of advantage there, a lot more speed than that high line right now.
So I saw a little bit of smoke in the back. I think it was just a little bit of connection issue. So now Larry's got his hands full. Ryan Kelly. Ryan's going to try to make this top side happen through turns 3 and 4. He's going to use this momentum here to see if he can get that slingshot. Maybe try to do that over-under we saw earlier as well as they come out of turn number 4 to see if we can get that white flag.
Our leader is taking the white flag, as you say, side by side. Big wreck in the back.
Say we stay green though. Say we're going to
stay green. Our leaders are side by side going through 1 and 2.
Yeah, so we're going to stay green here to say a good fight for lead. 3 wide there behind for the 3rd position there with the 6 and the 83. And I'm trying to see who's squeezed in the middle there. But right now, fight for the win, though. The 75 looks like. We'll see what Ryan Kelly and Larry Yingling off for. I think Ryan might have the advantage at the line. We'll have to wait and see. At the line, Ryan Kelly gonna get it there. Use that momentum on the top side to grab that win there. Yeah, you see some cars still coming through with the at the end there, trying to get through that wreck.
We had 2 great battles going on right there. 3 wide for second and 2 wide for the lead.
Yeah, Adam Brady put it in the middle there, able to pull off that 3rd place finish. Jack Wall's going to bring it home in 4th. And I think Maxwell Caldwell finished 5th going through the grass. I want to take a look at that one as well because that was pretty wild there for that fight for that 3rd spot there.
Those guys were really battling there at the end for all those positions, man. That top 5, all those guys were, you could just put a blanket over them. They were fighting so hard.
So I'll pull it up here so you see that's the 94 car. You see the 75 was able to clear the 83 and the 6 car Bud Steele. And then it looked like Bud may have gotten a little bit tight off of her. Oh, yeah, sure enough, Bud there caught the wall off of turn number 4. That's going to send him down the track into the path of Maxwell Caldwell. So you see also, looks like 12 may have been of, as Aggie, you're saying, yeah, Bud, they're actually wrecks. They're off of 4. But let's watch this 94 car. He's just going to go full head of steam here. Ramp the infield oval there, and then come across the line there, still hanging on to that 5th position, not too far behind Jack Walls. And you say here comes the 56 there of Levi Cox also there, pretty much just wrecking across the line here. So yeah, it's a pretty chaotic final lap there, final restart here to this race. However, the 3 that are going to be happy with their results are going to be those top 3. Adam Brady. Larry may not be the happiest to say kind of with Ryan able to sneak around him on the top side, I say, but again, those 2 raced really well together, so I'm sure he'll be happy for, I believe, his teammate as well. So let's say that was an amazing finish for the 3rd spot and for the win there. So we'll see if we can. We'll see who we have available here to have a chat with.
Yeah, I was just looking. The only person I think I see is Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, so I'm trying to hunt down. I don't see a Adam Brady at the moment.
Larry is there.
Yeah, so we'll start off with our 2nd place finisher, that 67 of Larry Yingling. So Don, I'll let you do the honors and interview our that driver here, so let me get him queued up. That way he's ready to roll. And then we can run through how his race went there. Of course, trying to start off strong. He's been obviously a contender all race, so I think I've got Don here ready to go with our 2nd place finisher, Larry Yingling.
Our second place finisher here, Mr. Larry Yingling, started sixth, brought his car home second. A lot of cautions there in that race, Larry, but there at the end, you were able to put that 67 car in a position to be able to fight for the win there, man. Wow, you guys had a heck of a finish there, side by side, door to door for the win. Came up just a little bit short to Ryan. How do you feel about your race tonight?
The race went pretty well. Just annoying at myself. I just gave that race up, give him the outside, but I'll definitely take second.
How did the car feel? I mean, you guys didn't get a super long run, but were tires like a huge advantage? We noticed there on some of those restarts, some guys stayed out. They had older tires, and a lot of the guys that had newer tires were able to take advantage. Was that something that you were able to that you were thinking about tonight on these restarts?
Oh yeah. Some restarts from the get-go. I just start letting people go and just trying to take care of that right front. Because I know if it stayed long run, staying in that right front would have paid dividends.
Is there anybody that might have been watching tonight's broadcast, any sponsors or any friends and family that you might want to give a shout out to or give a mention to here?
My friend Devin Brock, and I also want to shout out my teammates this race: Maxwell Caldwell, Levi Cox, Ryan Kelly, Cody Cox, and Corey Cook.
And yeah, you had really good run tonight. A lot of those guys actually did too, but just came up one spot short. We're very early in the season, man. You still got a lot of racing to do this year for the points, but very, very good run tonight for Mr. Larry Yingling. Good to talk to you tonight, Larry. Great run for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so that was our second place finisher, Larry Yingling. So we'll go ahead and see now if we can pull up our race winner. So we talked about him usually being a good long run driver, but this time he's able to do it here on the short run on that restart. So say Ryan able to pull off the win here tonight. So say we'll go ahead and pull up our that number 13 car of Ryan Kelly, and say yeah. So you're known for being that long run driver, but you made it happen on that short run here on that restart, getting that top side and working the momentum there.
Yeah, it was a great finish, and unfortunately we didn't have many long runs today, so just had to make it happen at the end.
Yeah, so you definitely were able to do that. There were a few decent length runs. I say definitely saw you were, once you kind of got about those 10-15 laps on tires, it definitely looked like you were kind of doing what you're known for here and really working working the momentum with those tires and kind of just trying to manage them as best you could. But did you feel pretty confident on those short runs as well, or was it? I'm guessing, of course, you're looking for those long runs. But I mean, how'd you feel overall though?
Yeah, it was a good car. It was a weird setup tonight. It was sometimes loose, sometimes tight, but I think the outside was the place to be, and kind of just lucky I got the outside on that last lap there, and I had just the momentum to take me just a little bit ahead of the line.
Looks like you're going to have your work cut out for you again this season. I saw a lot of familiar names up front with you. So it looks like you added a few teammates as well, and they're running right up front as well. So you're going to have some friendly competition. It looks like throughout the season. So I'm sure you're going to have to step up your game here for the remainder of these remaining 11 races to try to pull off that title.
Yeah, it's a blast running with all my teammates and running up front, and laughing all race together while we're racing hard. It's good to have all these guys in the league.
Yeah, so it's definitely the way to do it. So, before I let you go, definitely want to give you an opportunity for any thanks and chats you'd like to give for pulling off the win this evening.
Yeah, just the guys for putting on the league, and all the guys that run up front and keep it clean.
All right. Well, enjoy it tonight, and I'll look forward to chatting with you again soon. And then, good luck as this season unfolds here.
Sounds good. Thanks, Gil.
All right, so that was our race winner there, Ryan Kelly, showing and doing those donuts there in the background. See his teammate there, that 09. Kind of congratulating them as he went by as well. And again, we talked about those teammates. They work well together. They're always up front together as well. So they're definitely going to be a tough group to beat here this evening. So with that though, Donna, I'm gonna before we pull up the final results, any final thoughts for you on our race this evening?
No, just good race here, Atlanta. It's a difficult track to get around, and these some of these guys just struggled a little bit, but we'll see better racing as we go on through the season. These guys will get a little bit more comfortable running around each other, and these guys will get a little bit used to being on the track with each other. But great run, those top three really put on a good show, and congratulations to Ryan Kelly on that win for the start of the season here.
So yeah, with that, we'll pull up our final results here. You see Ryan Kelly winning by 17 thousandths of a second over Larry Yingling. Adam Brady in second. Jack Walsh third. Adam Brady third. Jack Walsh fourth. Maxwell Caldwell brings it home in the top five. Levi Cox sixth. Todd Merkel in seventh. Dude Conrad brings it home in eighth. Roy Wheeler ninth. And Corey Lane runs out the top five. So definitely a good run there for Dude. Started 30th, bringing it home in eighth. So really good gain positions for him in this race. So I'll pull up 11th through 20th. Let's say see a few more names. You saw Bud Steele, unfortunately, had that incident at the very end of the race. Still able to bring it home in 12th. So I'll say not too bad considering all said and done. The reckon there at the finished. But yeah, saying also you see some of these other names here. Dalton Hayes finished 14th, started 33rd. Michael Spell in 15th started actually 40th. So again, really good job by these guys moving forward from the beginning of the race. So I'll go through the remainder of the field here. Again, pretty much almost a full field, 41 drivers this evening. I'll say again, if you're interested in joining the league, remember it's area51iracing.com. You can find them there. And so there's our final finisher there, Alex Little in the 97 car. Unfortunately, wasn't here for too long of the race, but hopefully be able to be. So with that being said, I'd say any new season, new drivers, new faces, a little bit of growing pains. I'd say it's always kind of one of those things you kind of expect to see. But I'd say knowing the admins and everything, they'll keep working on things. And I think the drivers will get familiar with each other as well. So looking forward to the future weeks here. I'll be back with you all on Sunday night for the Super Speedway Cup Series. So until Sunday, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your Friday and the weekend. And until then, though, remember to try to take care, wash your hands. I lost my normal thing there. Stay safe, wash your hands, and all that fun and games. I don't remember it at all anymore. That's okay. I'm tired. Don, I really appreciate you joining me this evening.
Oh, definitely. Thank you for having me.
Always a blast joining the booth with you. So congrats again, though, Ryan Kelly, Larry Yingling, Adam Brady, our top three this evening. So until Sunday, I should say, stay home, stay safe, wash your hands. That's what it was. And have a good night and take care. And I'll see you all on Sunday.